immediately going to go? I'm going to start.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to Review the Brew with me, Joe Brew. This is the 10th episode of Review the Brew, or is it Review the Brew this week? I don't think we're calling it Review the Brew because it's something else of another nature. However, although there is 3 drinks to be tried in this episode, I don't think this is a triple tipple with Joe Nipples. I was trying to think of names the other day, like a trio of brewios with Joey-O. Or just Joe, it would work with just Joe. Or a triplet of tiplets with Joe Niplet. I mean, that's exactly the same as the 3 triple tipple. I mean, I think we established last week, we firmly established that actually a tipple can be a brew, and a brew, maybe, can be a tipple. The lines have been blurred, the lures have been blind. So, I mean, maybe that's what it is. You can make your own decisions, suggestions wherever you want to put them, up your bottom, and well, this is what this is. It's a special, extra special episode of Triple Tipple with Joe Nipples. And the thing comes up and we all cheer. It's cheering noise because it's like a 10th anniversary special. I've been without work for 10 weeks now, and I've done one of these a week. And I mean, it's still low ABV drinks. This week I'm doing 3 drinks from the same brewery, which is actually a local place. So I'm in Worthing, and this is the 3 drinks are all from Hand Brew, which is a local place. We have the Shaka. The Shaka is a 4%, all low ABV, even though this is a special, a 4% house pale. There isn't much more information on it. Lovely packaging, however. We have the Otto, which is the dry stout, again 4%, and a Milky Joe, which I had to get because my name's Joe, and so is that, and I'm very milky in complexion, and I'm Joe Nipples. Anyway, this trio of drinks I got because they're all 4% and they're all from the same brewery. It's a brewery within walking distance of me. I walked over there the other day to get it, fell over on the way there, but not on the way back. So I'm pretty proud. I'm also very proud of the output I've had on this channel, which is why we'll be trying the drinks from these glasses. Now, there's loads of questions I had about this. Oh, sorry, I should say I bought these drinks. I bought the Otto, I bought the Milky Joe, and I bought the Shaka. I bought them with my own money. So this is hashtag they didn't give them to me. I think is that right, Katie?
Yeah.
That's the hashtag. Hashtag they didn't give them to me, thanks. So just put that. I'll put that hashtag in the video description. But these were all purchased with my own money because, you know, I wanted to remain completely impartial. They did write me a nice note in there, and I mean, I'm not saying that. Well, manners don't cost the earth, and neither did these. They were fairly cheap. It was, well, I'll let you find out afterwards. Anyway, Hand Brew round the corner. I fell over on the way there. This is not sponsored by anyone. I thought I'd like to try something local and something hopefully delicious. The questions are many. So the questions are, do I try these all in one go, in one lot? Look, there's lava now. All in one go? Or do I do it over 3 nights? But trick you guys into thinking that? I thought, no, they're used to this, you know, dynamic, no edit, no cut style that I've now sort of pioneered on YouTube, with no cuts. I might cut that out. No cuts, and it just continues. Or do I drink them all in one night? The problem being that I'll then have 3 open cans, but you know, they're probably going to be delicious. Which order do I taste them in then, seeing as I'm drinking them all tonight? How do I taste them? Do I go weakest to strongest? Oh wait, they're all the same strength. Do I go lightest to darkest? 2 of them are a porter and a stout, so they're pretty much similar in terms of darkness. But it was mentioned to me earlier by my lovely lady that I should do it like a meal, with the starter being the pale, the house pale, because it's lighter, you know, it'll train my tongue to be ready for the tastes that are ready for me. Follow it up with the Otto, which is a dry stout. Now you're wondering why that one rather than the other one. This one, the Milky Joe, is a coconut porter. So that's dessert, isn't it? Right. Let's go on with this. I'm quite looking forward to this. I'm really hoping they're nice, because otherwise I'll just never ever be able to put this out, will I? Just have to keep it to myself. We'll start with the porter. As I say, I did fall over on the way there. I didn't fall over on the way back, so these should be fine. I did take them out of the box, guys. I didn't do an unboxing. I had a backpack and I had to put them in the backpack for the walk home. Tapping just in case. Now, the shaker. Quiet, please. Silence for the can crack. We will judge the can crack as well, of course. Didn't sound particularly loud or fizzy, but these things aren't fizzy. This is a pale ale, which doesn't have to be fizzy. I'm smelling now. Smelling before the pour. There is a tropical smell, of course. Not of course, but it smells like, dare I say it, pale ale. There's a smell sort of like, oh man. In the way in which sniffing glue is addictive, so too is the smell of this ale. I particularly like pale ales, actually. Okay, smelling it properly. There's definitely a sort of an umbongo note. I mean, that probably is absolutely ridiculous to say, but it's like a very light, as if a whisper on the wind, smell of something light and tropical. I should stop saying tropical because I'm going to taste it and it's going to taste nothing like that, is it? Right, listen, cheers. Taste 1. First beer, Shaka. Oh yes. It's bitter. It's refreshing. It glides over your tongue with ease. Oh, that is really, really nice. It's sort of like a curl to the bitterness as well, so it's not so bitter as to be uncomfortable. It doesn't taste tropical. I was entirely wrong. Nothing like Umbongo, way down deep in the middle of the Congo. It's much more local tasting. Let me try to taste it again, of course. Yeah, it's great. It's quite hoppy, I think. I'm not an expert in these things, but to me it tastes hoppy. It tastes like... Well, I remember the first time I had an IPA. It was in the place where I work. And that was the first time I ever had... I didn't know what they were at all. And I had one and I thought it was absolutely disgusting. I didn't like it at all. I didn't understand it. I drank it because I was confused by all the names and all the labels. And it went in my mouth and my tongue refused to understand it. At the time I would mostly be drinking a pint of numbers, you know, Kronenberg. And I went into the place I work. I won't reveal what that is. And I mean, it smells like, do you know what right, sorry. This tastes like an evening having made your own bowls in a woodwork using one of those, what are they called, a lathe? Using a lathe, you've made your own wooden bowls, and the scent is on the air still, the freshly turned wood. That is sort of what this tastes like. You feel accomplished. Right, anyway, sorry. The IPA I had, I didn't understand it, and then later on I was in Brighton, I was in a local pub, and there was something like Gamma Ray or Neck Oil or Lupaloid, one of the Beavertown big three were on tap, and I had one of them, and I felt, after even just one, impeccably sloshed. And I suddenly understood the appeal of these IPAs, because they also taste delicious. Why would you deny yourself this delicious drink? And this is something that, if you are not interested in IPAs, this could start you on that road, because it's not too floral. It doesn't whack you in the face with the ferocity of 1,000 slaps, but it's smooth and tasty and delicious, and I'm relieved that it is as well. Katie,
Yeah.
I am relieved that it tastes nice, because you do sometimes. I mean, they've got it good now, but there's a few IPAs that have been not gliding over my tongue. They've fallen like stones into my lungs instead. But yeah, absolutely delicious, the Shaka. Right. Moving on. Right, it's got a good aftertaste as well. Right. That'll get demolished later. I haven't had an IPA in a while. An IPA, sorry, a pale ale in a while. This next one is Otto. A dry stout, 4%. Keep cold, drink cold, be... Ah, here we go. Read this on the other one. It probably says the same thing. No, it does not. This one. It does. Keep cold, drink cold, be bold, stay fresh. Okay, and I mean, it's like they've got me. Right, quiet please! For the opening of the can, we will rate the crack. Maybe. That one sounded maybe slightly more fizzy. Oh, okay. There's some meaty notes. Some sweet notes. I'm a recent convert to stout. It was, I believe, 2019 that I first really tried stout. It was a Guinness. I had an afternoon of work, night out on the Guinness, and I discovered that you can drink Guinness until, for 12 hours I think I was drinking that Guinness, and I wasn't so drunk as to go over the line. I didn't fall into a slumber. I didn't fall into a state of unrest where I tried to fight a policeman or fell asleep in the middle of a roundabout or outside Argos. So I like stout. This has a smell almost like shreddies. Meaty shreddies. Meaty shreddies with a touch of coffee. Right. I did have a stout the other day that I didn't like. It was a Samuel Smith's oatmeal stout. It wasn't nice. It didn't have the body to back up the initial flavour. It was bitter without being strong enough to be that bitter. So, I can't compare it to that, but I will compare it to that, obviously. Tasting away. Oh wow! It's really smoky. Is it say somewhere that it's that? Very smoky. Tell you what this is. This is campfire good. Nice. Very nice. Not sweet at all, actually, but not. Oh man, it's got sort of obviously those sort of chocolate notes that come through. I feel so much more pretentious drinking this. This is really nice. Almost like delicious cold coffee. I'm relieved once again that I like this one. I mean, it doesn't bode well for the third one because I don't really like a sweet stout, but this is really nice actually. It's, it's an evening by the campfire. It's a heavily diluted night on the whiskey. If it was a feeling, it'd be your eyes slowly closing, ready to sleep after a long day spent at a stag do in the wilderness. Really nice, actually. I mean, I'll put them on the same level because they're completely different drinks, aren't they? So they are. That's really good. I had a really good stout the other day as well, which was a Burning Sky. Well, it might have been a porter. I can't remember. But Burning Sky porter, perhaps. That was particularly nice. The third drink then, because okay, fine, both delicious. I'll tell you about. In fact, let's have a little sip of the first one again. That's a night out. That's a night in. Time for a Milky Joe. Perhaps it's a night on the town. Right. Quiet please for the crack of the can. I mean, they've all been satisfied, haven't they? And I wouldn't worry too much. They are all going to get drunk tonight. Slowly. Right. Porter, I don't know the difference between a porter and a stout. Sue me. Because please don't sue me. I don't know the difference. I'm really sorry. I did read that there is no difference, but I'm worried that by saying that, one of you is going to come and tell me off for that. But I mean, if the other two are anything to go by, this is going to be good. I'm feeling a little bit whipsy now. Katie, you fallen asleep? Almost fallen asleep. Should I keep talking to you or not? Okay. She's almost asleep in there. Okay. I'll obviously give her a taste and a share of these later. Right. The smell first. Pardon me. Smells a bit sweet. You can smell just about smell the coconut, which I think is a good sign. I think if you could overly smell the coconut, that would be disastrous. Yeah, it doesn't smell too sweet, which is a good sign. Right. Cheers. The final drink. This is Milky Joe. Oh man! Tell you what, it's creamy. That's creamy, like coconut, but not overpoweringly so. All three of them. I think the thing to point out is that they taste like proper beers. They aren't insipid. You get a lot of insipid sort of drinks from that end of the spectrum that don't have much of a flavour behind them. And these are all, I am so bloody relieved. Yeah, I mean, it smells delicious. This one actually might be the best of the three. Oh yeah. So again, that one's a smooth one. That one glides over. There's a tiny touch of smoke, it feels like. Again, I'm no expert. I'm just telling you how it makes me feel. This last one, it's a cocktail for people who don't like cocktails. Right. That's a bright early morning. You're still at that same stag do. You've woken up the next morning. Boy, your head. Oh, it's big. You know, it's quite a relaxing stag do, but a bit hungover. So, you know, feel like that. However, drinking this glides down over your tonsils into your stomach and warms you up for the revving of the engine of the day. You're in the middle of the countryside, you're in a country house, you all took LSD, you've gone absolutely loony, and you're drinking these the next morning. Cheers. I mean, genuinely, go and seek these out. So, this is Hand Brew. I just walked and got them. They have a click and collect in their shop. It's in, does it say on here? I don't think it does say on here. But it started in Brighton. they have a tap room in Worthing, which is on an industrial estate near West Worthing Station. I mean, it's about a 10-minute walk from West Worthing Station. Would you believe it? And they were very kind, and they wrote me a little note saying, "Hope you review the heck out of these." And I think I've done them proud. Given the old lady a break tonight, haven't I? Absolutely asleep now. Giving her a break tonight. She's not cooking anything, so I'll just put up a picture of the box these came in at the end. I mean, great. I've got these to drink for the rest of the night. Gonna listen to a few records because that's who I am. I wear shirts like this. I've got bloody lava lamps in the background, and I review local brews. All fantastic. Seek them out. Hand Brew, the Shaka, the Otto, and the Milky Joe. And they all rhyme. I mean, it's like it was planned. This was Triple Tipple with Joe Nipples. Got to go. Meters running.